All right, guys. So it is now Monday night for me. Only got five days left, and then this thing has to be done. So here I am working at it, and it's let's just check here. 12:21, so it's technically Tuesday now. But as you guys can see here, I got the adapter plate on. I had to clean it up a bit because it kind of stuck to that door and took some stuff off. So I cleaned her up. I got the transmission mount on there, looking really nice now. And now I got the transfer case down there, and I'm getting ready to get that thing bolted all up. And then might as well just try and put the rear drive shaft on it too. Obviously this stuff would be a lot easier on a hoist. At least holding the trans. I had to go grab a log to jack my transmission up. I couldn't imagine if it was, 7 inches taller, but oh well. But at least this is kind of nice because I'll put, I got a towel right there. I'll put it over this, lift my transfer case up onto that, and then try and slide it forward. And I got some gasket maker to put on this because there was a gasket on it, and might as well make a new gasket for it. But this one didn't have a gasket, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But I'm gonna get this transfer case installed, and I'll get back to you guys. All right, guys, so I've been working away at the truck still, same night, and you guys might be wondering what you're looking at. It's because, guys, the truck is looking really good, and there you have it. So I got the transfer case all installed. I got the shift motor on there, the skid plate down there, and I got the drive shaft installed. And man, oh man, does that look good. That is beautiful. I love it so much. Guys, it's really starting to come along now. Now the whole powertrain's installed, and it would drive. It just wouldn't stop yet. I still gotta put the brakes in. I'd probably do that tomorrow night. And I got my oil dipstick tube that I can put on, well, and the transmission one, so I can put the dipstick tubes on this side. And then, guys, if you have been following the videos on the build here, remember I had 2 bolts left over from when I built the motor. Well, there's a little bracket that goes in here somewhere. That's one of the holes for it right there. And another one goes somewhere in there. I believe both bolts are for that. I'm not exactly sure where the second hole is though, but it bolts up here somewhere. That's all I know. So I should have that figured out. And then as for that heat shield, I still got to figure that out. But, that's just minor stuff. Like, it's a little heat shield. So I'm not too worried about that. At least all the bolts have been going back on, except for the one nut in the bottom. I think I'm going to wait until I get it on the hoist again. And then, geez, it's going to be really hard to hold it up. Maybe hold it up from the transmission or something, but I think I got to undo that mount and take it out again so I can tighten that bottom bolt and then get it all together. But guys, I'm really happy that the whole powertrain's in it now. And so the transfer case is finally all fully back together. All the plugs are in it, all the sensors are in it, and all that. So that's all good. It just needs fluid. The transmission is full of fluid because GM tests their transmissions before they send them out on a dyno or, whatever they use. So that's got fluid in it. The motor needs oil. And then obviously, nothing else is hooked up. So obviously the power steering will, the brake fluid will, the coolant. Oh, hey, guys, I got a new thermostat and thermostat housing today. So I got AC Delco thermostat, and it's actually a Dorman housing. right here. So I guess I could get this stuff bolted on. And I guess I should go out and unbolt my other one really quick. I was actually just about to haul in scrap tomorrow, so I'm glad I'm doing this tonight. I better go grab those bolts really quick. And I don't know, I'm still gonna be working away at it here, doing a few little things here and there. But guys, I do not remember where I put my dipsticks. I'm missing both dipsticks for this, the transmission and the engine oil one, and I do not remember where I set them. So I guess I'll let you guys know what I come up with. But I'm gonna go get those bolts now and just start doing a few little things. I don't know how late I'm gonna stay up, but it's probably past 1 now. Yeah, right there, it's 1:23, so I don't know how much later I'm gonna stay up, but we'll keep on working away at it. And guys, when I do my brakes, I think I will be putting my nice wheels on it, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I'll probably actually put these back on with just 2 bolts for now, but I do gotta get my big wheels out of the garage. So, you know, it would just be easier to like put these in like the back of the 2-wheel drive or whatever for now, and put my big wheels on this to roll it around on and stuff. But guys, I'm on crunch time, so I really got to get my cab prepped and painted so I can get that on, because guys, I only got like 4 days. So I can get my cab on and it can stay on, because it would really suck if I had to put my cab on and take it off again. That's just a lot of work that could be saved. And then I could get my steering hooked up and, you know, start getting all that hooked up. And guys, I did order a radiator. I don't know if I already said that or not in the last clip or the last video or whatever it was, but I did order a new fully aluminum, I guess you could call it like a racing radiator for this, just because so much sand got in my old one, and I figured I do not want any of that to get in my cooling system. So I just got a whole new radiator. I'm hoping that it'll be here on Friday. I guess I'll get word tomorrow when my order goes through. I'm hoping. They did say Canada and New Jersey, which is kind of close to Minnesota. But if it's New Jersey, then it's not. But I'm hoping that they can get it to me this week, because if I could get that, you know, it's not too hard to, you know, slap a radiator in, run the lines. Guys, this thing might just be running by the weekend. But, guys, I still got to wire the whole thing and put fluids in it, I guess, is what's left. I also got to put the rear differential cover on it right there. And I got to put the fuel system in it, which I'm actually probably going to work on the fuel system right now, as long as I can get this line off. As long as I can get this line off, guys. So I'm going to work on that right now, and obviously get those 2 bolts. So I will see you guys in a minute. All right, guys. So back out in the shop here, as you guys probably know the deal already. And you guys can see a little rough country box right there. So I did some work to the truck, and well, here it is. So I got my, you know, nice fancy wheels back on the front, looking all good. And as you can see here, I got the core support back on it. And that rough country box is the new body lift kit. Well, brand new, but it's the same kit that was on it. It's just I needed some bolts, and some of the pucks got cut and whatnot. And, you know, might as well have a fresh kit in there. So got that all bolted up, looking all good. And still got to start putting the core support back together. And my new radiator says that it won't be here till Monday. So I guess I'm just going to have to go without a radiator for now. And then, you know, I should be able to work on it again next week. Or if I get all my stuff done this weekend, then maybe Sunday I'll be able to get back working on this thing. But yeah, I got the front wheels on, you know, obviously just 2 bolts because, you know, might want to take them off again. And the spacers only have 2 bolts, but as you guys just saw, got my brake calipers on there and they're looking really good. It really sucks because the brake fluid ran down them, each one, so they both have a bare line in it. Super stupid, so annoying, but I mean, what do you do? And I don't know why, but my rotors turned out darker than my calipers, as you guys can clearly see right there. And I thought so too. And I kind of thought that looked a little weird. I thought that they were darker for sure when I first saw them too. So I guess it is what it is. But man, those brake calipers look so good and how they hang out. So guys, when, you know, I can finally afford new wheels for this thing, they're going to be 14 wides next time instead of 12 wides. So this is about how it would be, well, plus the offset. So maybe even a little bit more than this. Plus I can always put the wheel spacers back on it too to keep the red, white, and blue. To kind of go with the red, white, and blue up here. And that would even put it out a lot farther. And then like my whole brake would be hanging out. Unless for some reason I get like 16 wides, which I don't foresee that happening. But, you know, if your boy gets a wheel sponsor, you know, might be making some moves. But I also got my oil dipstick on too. So that's looking nice and clean. I also got this little bracket on. And then I was going to put my transmission dipstick in. And I had a new seal. But I guess for whatever reason, maybe that seal was for a 4L80 and not a 6L80. Because they have a black and a green seal. So it was too big. And I swear I remember it being wet, like it was leaking around there. And the seal is only like $3 or $4 or something. So I was like, yes, I want a new seal. And well, I guess the one I got was too big. So I'm gonna have to get a different one tomorrow. So I need the transmission dipstick on there. But, you know, nothing I can do for now. So, that brings me back to this. I got my brakes all done. And basically the whole front end's done. So that's good. Well, besides the core support and stuff. So I got a brand new AC condenser. That's actually still in my truck. And I can actually, you know, get the top put on. The little A brace that's right there put on. And start getting this all put back together. These bolts, they thread lock or Loctite them. So they were not coming out, and this one actually broke, and I found this bolt to make up for it. You can see, but the little ear broke on it, which I can't really show, but the little ear broke off. So I super glued it back together and bolted it back up, and it should be good to go now. Not like they'd work anyways, because, you know, my front bumper, but, you know, at least it's not going to be dangling around. That's going to hold up just fine. And yeah, and then the other one I just taped off the bottom of it, so that's all good. And then I got this little wiring harness for the motor, just a little L thing all put on, and that solved one of the bolts that I had left over from the motor. I still have one left, and I don't know what the deal is with it, but I got the 2 sensors plugged in, so that's all good to go there. And I also got all my cab mounts just set on there. You can see. See, this one also looks a little bit darker. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, honestly, guys, you know what I think it is? I think it's because I got the first coat of parts. I sprayed it really thick and did 2 really thick coats of paint. And the second time, I did 1 thick cover coat. And the second one, I kind of missed it on it more. I think that's honestly what the color difference is. Because you guys can clearly see that. That might be it. But some of the parts aren't as bad. It's only some that are really discolored. But I mean, I'm not too worried about the brakes anyways, because I was already, I already had in my mind that, it's just gonna get too hot anyways, and I'm gonna have to get them powder coated. So it was just for now kind of thing. And then these little caps right here for the bolts, I found 6 of them, so I was like, okay, those 6 are all the same. But I feel like I'm missing 2, because I feel like there should be 2 more for these ones. But oh well, I don't know what the deal is. But honestly, after seeing this color now and seeing like, how I did better at painting them, kind of missed it on. I kind of do see the purple in it now. Like I could tell up here, big old wheels in my way, but there's definitely gonna be some purple to it. So as long as I paint my cab like that, honestly, it turned out way better and it looks so nice. Like my drive shaft, like compared to this stuff, there's definitely a color difference. So that kind of sucks, but hopefully it should be all good. And here, I can actually just walk around. I want to show you guys one last thing here. Let's just compare it up here. Okay, so it's not as noticeable. Okay, in the camera, it's really noticeable. So yeah, wow. It is actually different. So what happened is the first time I painted, I laid it on too thick and that kind of buried the paint, I guess, or whatever. And the second time I didn't do that. So, well, there you have it. At least it's still gonna look good. Hopefully it doesn't look too weird and too offsetting, but what can you do? It just sucks being rushed. But now I'm gonna go to the rear, get the rear brakes put on right there, and get the wheel spacers put on, get this thing looking thick again, and go from there. So I'm gonna get to that now.